All right, I'm recording, but again, we're not
No rush.
doing shit about anything.
I wanted to ask about the video thing of the coding.
Yeah.
So, is the idea to just be like, hey, I'm here to write code, and let's just get into it?
The idea, so the first one, I was like, well, wouldn't it be cool if we did videos where people were building games and you see them building things?
Okay.
Like, I don't know anything. Let me watch this guy doing his thing and maybe kind of learn how he's doing this particular thing in his game. But I feel like you kind of need to have a defined thing to do. And I had my goal for the clicker game, but I didn't really know what I was doing with the clicker game. So I figured the goal is to really just show building stuff. Like, here's a game that you can probably find now on the dashboard or the whatever. And if you look at a video how it was made and see it was literally 90 minutes of someone's time or 3 hours, whatever the fuck it is, and say, okay, well, here's them building it. And you can talk through what you're doing and kind of give a tutorial in a way, but without being a tutorial. You're just like, it's like the thing that I did with JC basically, but more focused, where he was like, it was fun just seeing him, me, refactor things and like turn things into functions that can be reused, and how I was doing stuff, and just kind of the iterative process of let me add this to the game. Oh, that's fucked. Let me fix that. Now it works.
Yeah.
Type thing. So that was really like the focus, my whole idea. And then that's when I realized I just wanted to do Slaps from scratch, because Slaps is currently busted as fuck and I want to fix it.
Yeah.
But I need to rewrite it essentially. So I need to do some things that will make it so the thing that someone watches is not already outdated. So the thing I need to do is to objectify parameters so I can just pass in what's needed to be there. And then once I do that, it'll be basically the final interface for writing code to be what we want it to be, pretty much. And then, I would just do that. 30-minute chunks or whatever.
Okay. Is objectifying on this episode? We're going to talk about that on this episode?
We could talk about it. I haven't worked on it.
Okay, can we add that as a topic? Because I was going to ask basically objectifying them, or should we just implement like TypeScript? Because TypeScript would give us typed params.
Fuck TypeScript. But they're all strings. It's just I want to have...
Well, the nice thing about it is that it's similar in that you would know what to pass in.
How?
And in what order. TypeScript kind of handles that. It's like, oh, this is not the right type variable. Like if you pass in like an object where it should be a string, it's like, oof, you messed up.
Yeah, but if a game node can accept optional text, fill, size, position, coordinates, assets, on clicks, player IDs.
Yeah, that's also true.
Then a lot of those are
such a big list of things.
Yeah, and they're all kind of, there's only 2 or 3 different types in there. So if it's we can talk about this in the thing, but yeah, we can talk about it.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know dick about TypeScript or anything really.
I also don't know much about TypeScript.
Also got the sponsorship deal by Dunkin'.
Oh, just Dunkin'? What happened to the donuts?
They took off that from their name like a couple years ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Because they're trying to focus on everything that's not donuts, because people don't like donuts in 2020. Or 2018, whenever they did it.
Who the heck doesn't like donuts? You don't like donuts?
I'm not a big fan of donuts. I mean, I'm a big fan of donuts, but like, I'm not a big fan of donuts.
But you like other pastries.
Yeah.
Like bear claws, Danishes.
Bear claws are probably responsible for maybe all of my childhood obesity. I fucking love bear claws. But donuts, no. I like apple fritters. I like a glazed.
Apple fritters are good.
A glazed regular, like a Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. Oh, Krispy Kreme kills it. Yeah,
but like most donuts you can keep them. Most of them aren't good. You have to have like a really good fluffy quality donut.
I want to go to Krispy Kreme
right now. Fuck this thing.
Yeah. Now thinking about it, Krispy Kreme sounds great. I didn't know that about you actually, about the donuts.
I once ate an entire dozen of Krispy Kremes by myself at a friend's birthday party. You see, my friend invited a lot of his other friends over, and I didn't know them.
Yeah.
I was watching the Boondocks in his room the whole time. And so when his friends all came over, because I was there before, everybody came over for the party and stuff, and they were like doing stuff outside, throwing fart bombs at each other and things like that.
Oh yeah.
So like, this is cool, but there's 5 dozen Krispy Kremes in this room, and there's the Boondocks in his room. So I'm a dip, eat all these donuts, and watch the Boondocks, and then leave.
Did you say bye when you left?
Yeah, I didn't pull an Alex.
Okay, yeah, that was my question. Did you pull an Alex?
No, I don't think. There's some times I'd pull an Alex, but it was just because it was like really cringe, awkward moments, and I just had to abort the mission. Just had to leave.
Like, fuck, I gotta leave right now.
Yeah. Or like, I'm standing here and I think I should be doing something over there, but I don't need to. So I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna leave. Like, just
my petunias need watering. Bye.
There's no worse feeling than just standing.
I think there is.
Well, there's for sure worse feelings, but in terms of like simple things that make it really awkward, make it really hard to just continue. Just standing, waiting for something, doing something. You're just standing. You could pull out your phone. That's not really standing. I'm talking about like standing. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, oh my God. So my mom and grandmother watch what is it called? 90 Day Fiance.
We've been watching that all fucking week, and I hate it.
My God. Did you watch the episode yesterday?
I don't know which ones are new, so watches a bunch. Yesterday
was when one of the Brazilian girls,
the thick redhead.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And she was like trying to show his mom that he had sent 8 girls dick pics.
Yeah.
But the lead into there where they're both just sitting there, and she's like, "Oh, you did something with your hair." I was like, "Oh God, kill me!" But then it actually gets worse when they just start sitting there and there's no words being exchanged. I was like,
yeah. And then I think she even laughs at a certain point, like
the awkward, nervous laugh.
She's like,
yeah. And then she points to some random furniture or whatever. Oh man.
And it's like so hideous, right? It's like it's her lottery machine.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck.
With
slot
like
machine.
Crazy dolls on top.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, nice
so
decoration." Nice. I was like, this is like some serial killer decoration. What are you talking about?
Seriously. And I keep telling Synovia, like, look at this girl. Fucking look at this girl and look at this man. How the fuck are you going to cheat on this girl?
Okay, I didn't say all of that, but I said the same thing to my mom. I was like, how is that dude who looks like a potato getting like attractive women? 8 women. I was like, what is he doing that I'm not?
He looks like he ate women. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. There's an episode where they're in Brazil and he wears a Speedo and it is burned into my mind. Just him in a Speedo. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Is that worse than the other weirdly shaped man? The like guy?
Oh, all neck? Or
no neck.
All neck? No neck? No. He's worse, I think. Well, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air because Colty cheats on his girl. The other dude is just an asshole. So I don't know which one of those two is worse.
Yeah, he's like, brush your teeth.
Yeah.
You're gross. It's like, bro, look at you.
Yeah, I don't know. That show is crazy.
It's entertaining, but I don't like watching it. Because it's a lot of the time, like, nothing's really interesting or happening.
No.
And then there's that dude, like the Samoan guy, and his family is like absolute bums.
Oh, I have not seen that.
They just ask him for money. That sucks.
Oh,
yeah.
I want to be on that. No.
Yeah, the idea of just building a relationship with somebody
on camera the whole time.
Oh, did you watch the one with the? I think he's from somewhere in Africa. I don't know. But then like the Walmart electronic scooter woman, the one who's like giant. And she's like the big white lady with the black dude.
Oh, yeah.
And when they go to the strip club?
Yeah. And that girl's ass, and then he was looking at it. I was like, dude, it's fine. Yeah. Look, man. What?
You're in the ass place. The ass place.
Yeah, you went ass shopping, and you're...
You found some ass.
Yeah, you found some, man. Like, what are you doing?
He was on Cake Watch.
Yeah, man.
His wife was on Cake Watch.
Yeah. Shit.
You have 20 years and 900 pounds in this man, and you're really going to be this crazy about him literally looking at a woman in a strip club that you went to with him.
Their like interviews are hilarious because they're obviously both super drunk and just like, you know, when I go out, you can't just look at other girls. You gotta be focused on me, you know? That's just like the real me. And I was like, that's some drunk people shit to be saying like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Synovia gets it though, because I'm just like yesterday, we were watching American Hustle. Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of Amy Adams just in general, but in that movie, she dresses up crazy.
Oh,
and
really?
There was a part where she was just sitting on the couch talking, and I was just like, good God. Like, I just said that out loud when she was just... I didn't tell Sylvia what I was talking about because I had my phone out, too. So it's like a chance I was looking at something on my phone, right? And then 10 seconds later, Sylvia's like, you talking about Amy Adams? You saying good God to Amy Adams? I was like, yeah. She was like, you know, you're lucky that I agree with you. And I totally get it. Like, I look at women and I say the same thing. So I guess it's okay, but most people aren't okay with that.
Jesus.
Dude, Amy Adams, though. Good God. You know what I mean?
I only know her for being in Superman. Because I know she's in Arrival, but I haven't watched Arrival yet.
I think you would like that movie a lot.
I really think so, too. It's like within the next 4 movies I'm going to watch, that's going to be one of them.
You plan out movies 4 ahead?
No, I usually just like keep a list and then I randomly select which movie I'm going to watch next.
Okay. Have you seen Shaun of the Dead?
Yes.
Do you like that movie?
Yeah, it's okay.
I
like Hot Fuzz more.
I've read people saying that too. They're saying that Shaun of the Dead was kind of not as funny as they would have wanted it to be, but Hot Fuzz was like a better version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot Fuzz is a good movie and also funny. I feel like it has like some real story to it.
Yeah.
And like, have you seen it?
I saw it when it came out. I'm not.
Oh, okay, yeah. So like, I think it's kind of cool because it gets down to the like suburban, like small town, like how controlling just like a couple people can be in a small town.
And some HOA shit.
Yeah, like some HOA shit. Like I think that's like kind of relevant.
Yeah.
And like I don't think anything relevant in Shaun of the Dead like happened. Like it's basically just a pub crawl, which I've never done.
That's the end of the world one.
Oh, whoops.
Shaun of the Dead, they still go to a pub.
They do go to the pub to survive the zombie apocalypse and wait for the whole thing to blow over.
Yeah. Big meme.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really feel like there's anything in Shaun of the Dead that I liked. But in Hot Fuzz, I was like, I kind of feel this one.
Yeah.
You know, like living in like a town. Like Tucson's kind of weird because all of our dealerships are basically owned by one person.
Jim Click.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I bought my car in Phoenix, they told me that Jim Click not only owns several dealerships, but basically any dealership that doesn't have his name, he's like a percentage owner in. So like he actually has like a weird pseudo monopoly on car dealerships.
That's crazy. What happens if I were to try to open up my thing, like, and he's like, "Hey, I want to."
Well, so if you want to have your own dealership, you got to get a permit from the city, which he might block because he has got a lot of money. And also all these other dealerships.
That's the problem with the world.
Yeah.
That shit.
Yeah. That's what they were telling me. Like, they were like, that's why cars are way more, way less expensive in Phoenix than in Tucson.
Yeah.
Because, like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Got to pay that Jim Click tax.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I don't know. And I felt like that movie kind of captures that a little bit of, like, just, like, 4 people basically run that whole city.
Yeah.
There's, like, the mayor? Or the HOA dude. I don't remember who the 4 people were who like the main 4 villains in that movie.
I haven't seen Hot Fuzz, and I was a youth when it came out. And
I don't remember either.
Yeah, because I remember when they came out, I watched them. We rented them, and I watched them. I really didn't like Shaun of the Dead. I really didn't like Hot Fuzz, and I think it's because the comedy style is like British as fuck.
Yeah.
And I do not like it. I don't even like their accents. I was talking so much shit when we watched Shaun of the Dead this past week because it's like, what are they saying? I had to turn on subtitles. I could not understand them. And then they use weird words that like don't mean anything here. And it really frustrated me. It's why I don't like Game of Thrones. It's like if you talk sideways, I don't fucking understand you. I don't want to hear you. You know what I mean?
I get you. I think I'm less put off by the British accent because I lived with a South African accent my whole life. It's just another thing.
Yeah.
They're like pretty similar in like soft R's and stuff like that. It's kind of interesting.
I just realized it's weird that you don't have an accent because your family does.
Well, my family all grew up in South Africa. I grew up here.
Yeah, but you grew up with them.
Yeah.
So like your initial speaking was hearing them.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a couple things like the word stoop in Afrikaans would be like the porch out there.
Oh, instead of just
yeah, it's like STOEP, stoop, and like stuff like that. It took me a long time to like. I'm sure there's still some words that I think are English, but they're definitely not, and it's just never.
Well, stoop is an English word. There's a like the Hey Arnold episode with the stoop kid.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah. Maybe it's like an East Coast word for porch.
I think it might be Dutch origin, which would make sense because Afrikaans is based on Dutch. But I understand Afrikaans. I can't speak it because I don't have the like back of the throat noises, like that real like sound I can't make.
Yeah.
But I know how to swear and everything.
That's the most important part of any language.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I mean, like, I don't think everyone gets an accent just because their family has an accent.
Yeah, but I mean, if I grow up hearing English spoken a certain way, and I don't really experience people not speaking that way until I go to elementary or whatever, I would imagine a lot of like the foundation of your language is kind of set.
Maybe, but some of that's from like TV too. Because I watch like Pokemon, Power Rangers, Blue's Clues.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I lived in South Africa for a little bit. I wonder if they thought I was weird because I was like a 3-year-old with an American accent.
Probably. I don't know. I would think you're weird.
Be like, shh. Be like, why is this boy talking like an American?
Yeah.
My family in South Africa makes fun of us because we say water.
Water?
Water. Because first of all, there's no D in water. It's T. So
water?
Yeah, it should be water. But also they dropped the R.
What?
What? Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, it's not that they dropped the R. It's so there's two kinds of R's, I guess. There's like a hard R, and then there's like a softer R. I think it's called like rhotic. But yeah. I don't know why they do that, but it's kind of interesting because they don't really do parts of England don't do like hard R's either. But yeah, I don't know. I like British comedy. I watch quite a bit of it.
Too dry.
I like it.
No.
Yeah.
I want to watch Hot Fuzz though because I gained an appreciation for Shaun of the Dead. I still don't like it, but I gained an appreciation for it.
Okay.
Like I see why someone might have liked this when it came out and why it kind of made an impact in a certain style or whatever. Just I don't want to watch it today. You know what I mean? But Hot Fuzz I've heard is funnier.
I think Hot Fuzz is funnier.
Yeah.
Like I think Hot Fuzz functions as a story and is also funny. But I also like British comedy, so it's like a real bias from me.
Yeah. Like Monty Python and shit.
No. Monty Python, like the first 5 minutes is like okay, and the rest of the movie is just straight doo-doo garbage.
It's a movie? I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Or like Quest for the Holy Grail, something like that. I'm sure like if this was in the podcast, we get a lot of angry reviews for a big podcast.
Well, that's actually a good. I wanted to so like we typically have pre-show conversation.
Yeah.
That is hard to open on. And so it's like I was thinking, what if we do this stuff and we cut just before the intro? That is the episode that we put out. And then on our YouTube channel, we put up the Homegames Pre-Show, whatever the fuck is a separate clip of just us fucking around.
That would be pretty funny, actually. Also, I think if we ever started streaming, if we never put out the pre-show, but the start of the stream was us doing the pre-show, basically, would be hilarious.
Yeah, we need to have an audience before we start to stream.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't think there's anything sadder than streaming to 0 people.
There's a lot sadder.
I mean that, like, I could do, like, right now.
Yeah. You can go on Facebook or something and post, all my real friends like this post. No one's gonna like it.
Oh, yeah, that would be pretty devastating. I'd have to first like reactivate a Facebook account, like, sign in, go through all their little shit, and then like post a thing.
It's like upload your fucking ID, shit like that. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I haven't had to do that, but because I've had my account for 12 years, so I don't think they need to verify it like that. But
no, but if you are like either making a new account or like recovering your account, I'm like, no, I'm not. There's like a lot of information in it that I don't think they need to know.
Yeah.
Like my hair color, my skin color, My height and weight.
Your biggest fear.
Yeah, if they're ever going to make a robot of me, Facebook would have that information if I was on there.
Yeah.
But somebody did tell me that like it makes it harder to do online dating because if they ever try to stalk me, they can never find me basically because I'm in like zero online presence. No, I don't know. I thought it would be kind of fun to like just put like a couple like really short things. Like I prefer fist bumps to handshakes, smooth peanut butter to chunky, and there's one more, but I don't remember it.
Fist bumps to handshakes is pretty great. I recently ran into a person who was like friends with my cousin a long time ago, and my cousin is kind of a cool guy, I guess is the way that you would say it. So all of his friends do cool guy shit when the way they greet each other and they talk to each other and like all this kind of stuff, and I just do not fit with that group.
Yeah.
So I recently ran into this person again, and he reached out the hand to greet me, and I was like, oh fuck, because I don't ever know what to do with that. Is it one of these? Is it one of these?
I hate those.
Like, what do? I shake hands.
Yeah.
And so often this particular person would do this with a limp hand to like smack something, and I grab his limp hand at like a weird angle and just, you know what I mean? It's like that kind of shit.
This is cringe.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So I prefer fist bump. You know what to do.
Yeah.
My uncle recently, I just saw him, whitest man on earth, the whitest man on earth. And he was just like, hey, Joe, how's it going? Just put up the thing like that. I was like, okay, I respect it. I like that.
That's the move. I think more people should just get on board with the fist bump. Also, if you're thinking about like germs and stuff.
Yeah.
No one's out here sneezing into their own fist, all right? And then
dude, people do. I know that you don't associate with dummies, but like a lot of people do. Like they'll just cough in their hands and sneeze in their hands. Some people don't cover their mouths when they sneeze.
That's so troubling to me.
In the past year, I want to say I've seen at least 2 people who at a urinal, just pissing on a wall, just sneeze. And I'm sure it makes their pee go all wild because that's how that works. And it's like, what kind of fucking animals, dude? Like, I can't imagine living that life. You know what I mean?
Dude, there's so many things about like men's bathroom etiquette that I really don't like. I don't like urinals, first of all. If I was going to get rid of one thing in the men's bathroom, be urinals.
I like them if there's separators. It's all fine.
Yeah, that's, I guess, okay. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of places just take advantage of the fact that a guy can stand peeing.
Just put an ice trough and say, fuck you, leave.
Yeah, that's actually one of the bars downtown that's legitimately their bathroom. It's just a big like trough with like a drain in the center. And so you're just standing next to dudes peeing, trying not to like make eye contact with their little snaky. And then it's just like, fuck, like if you close your eyes to pee, that's odd. That's some weird shit. You gotta keep your eyes open and focused. If you close your eyes, they're like, what's the guy gonna start moaning next? Like, what's going on?
I just think just being alert. Like, you're there with your dick out in a room full of men who also have their dick out. It's
with
a very precarious.
To use that.
Dude, if there's a line to pee, I'm not going. I'll piss myself. I hate it. I'm not going to wait for another man to pee. Or the worst, when there's a line for a stall. It's like, dude, like we're more civilized.
Y'all taking a dump.
We got iPhones. We can't just stay here watching a man shit behind a wall.
Yeah. Like a weird ritual. The other thing I don't like about men's bathroom etiquette is it seems like it's okay for a lot of dudes to put something on the top of the urinal while they're using the urinal.
Yeah, like a
so they'll put like a cup that they're gonna drink from later. It's like, yo, dude.
Germs move. Like bacteria.
Splash is a real thing. Like if you don't pee very hard, that's like one thing. But like, yeah, I don't know. Also, like people like touch the top of that urinal, you know, when they're like super drunk and stuff. Like,
yeah.
Big question marks there.
The worst I've ever seen is a dude on the phone while he was shitting. He was just having a conversation.
That's pretty bad.
It's awful. Like, it's disrespectful to the other person on the phone. So I'm like, hey, what are you doing right now? What are you gonna answer them? Really?
Shitting, dude.
Shitting,
dude. Maybe, okay, the only way that I think that that's okay is that if like him and his longtime like fiance both have like a thing about it.
Like more than a speeding ticket.
More than a speeding ticket?
Yeah, a speeding ticket doesn't deter anybody. They see it as like a cost of speeding.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about this. I don't know anyone who drives and doesn't speed. I feel like there's only like two kinds of people, like those who cannot drive and those who speed.
I don't speed because I'm afraid of getting a speeding ticket.
When you say that,
I go 5 over.
that's speeding, though.
It's not.
It is.
Speeding?
Legally, they could give you a ticket for that. Will they? Probably not.
Just today, when I was on my way to get my coffee, there was a gentleman parked. You know, cops just fucking park and just watch.
Yeah.
He was doing that, and I was going 47 and a 40, and I saw the truck. I was like, oh, fuck. Because, you know, once you see the truck, they already see you.
Yeah.
And if you brake, you're an ass. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I just took my foot off the gas. I was just going, but I made eye contact with the cop through the thing. It was just like...
I hope that was the face you made.
Yeah, I really did make it uncomfortable because I was just like, fuck. And this was after I was in a bad mood after the Best Buy thing, after the asshole dude. So it would just caught me off guard, and I was like, well, fuck, I'm done. And then he just let me go, and it was a nice feeling. I've actually had a few experiences like that, but I've never had a speeding ticket in my life.
Oh, I've gotten one in my mom's 2001 Toyota Echo.
Driving like a go-kart.
Yeah, basically that thing was like a go-kart with like bigger body.
Yeah.
The fact that I got a speeding ticket in that at all is incredible.
Yeah.
I blame the fact that the speedometer in that car was funky and would occasionally just like fluctuate randomly. So it'd be kind of hard to tell like what speed I'm going exactly.
Does that hold up in court?
I probably could have been like, hey man, listen, like my car got totaled and I'm using my mom's car that I'm not used to. And like it has like a weird speedometer thing, so I wasn't actually sure what speed I was going.
Yeah.
But I think the judge would be like, "Well, it's kind of on you to like fix that."
Yeah.
Because like, I don't think if you got into an accident and they were like, "Well, why didn't you brake?" and you were like, the brake's a little weird, you know. I got broke, but it didn't like break, you know. Like I think you'd still get in trouble for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess acknowledging that you did that crime, but you did it because you had a reason. Yeah. Doesn't mean that you
didn't do that crime. Yeah. I think there's only like one crime that gets out of it. Like if somebody broke on like the self-defense thing. I think that's probably like the only one where it's like, well, why did you kill that person? It's like, oh, they tried to kill me, and you're like, well, good, all right.
Well, yeah, that's fine because that's not a crime. I mean, like,
well, killing someone is a crime,
but not within that context.
No, yeah, but I think that's the only time like context really matters.
Well, no, I mean, if you have a baseball bat and you're going to a baseball game, context in that thing it's fine with a baseball game. If you just ride around with a baseball bat, that's a weapon. That's like something, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's true.
That's what I've read online. It's like if you're ever going to beat up a motherfucker with a baseball bat, bring a glove so you have plausible deniability or whatever. This is not legal advice.
I don't know. Maybe a new type of grass is sweeping the nation, an invasive species. I think it'd be kind of cool to have like biologists on to be like, hey, this is why the grass is bad. This is how you can do your part. Mm-hmm. Like Tucson actually has like a interesting thing. I don't think a lot of people know this about Tucson, but there's a type of grass here called buffalo grass, which is an invasive species. Mm-hmm. And they actually have volunteers who go out into like up the trails and stuff like that, like the hiking trails, and they kill the buffalo grass. Because it's just too much for the rangers to do alone. Yeah. So, like, that'd be kind of cool to, like, get the word out for stuff like that. Yeah. I never see that. It's always just, like, there's buffalo grass. Then the 15 minutes later, they're like, and there's buffalo grass. And then, like, an hour later, and they're like, and there's buffalo grass. But they don't tell you, like, anything more information than, like, the top, like, 3 sentences of an article. I don't know.
My favorite was, it was on local news, like, maybe 7-8 years ago. And I guess there was some thing that happened where some plumbing problem happened in some neighborhood or some area of Tucson. And it caused this like small explosion or whatever, but not like a fucking house blowing up. It literally just like, kind of the thing. And they would, you know how they do the things like the teasers for the news that night? Yeah. And one of the local anchors came on and was like, is your toilet going to explode? Find out at 7 p.m. tonight. And then the picture was like a toilet with fucking flames around it or some shit. It's like, no, dude, this is ridiculous. I think it's better than if
there's a toilet. It's like shit everywhere. Which is what I thought it would be.
They wouldn't put that on the thumbnail for the news, at least not yet.
Hilarious. Or even better.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy. Like everything is so, it moves so fast. It's like I was talking about last week. Everything moves so fast and everything is crazy. And you're just like, well, that's 5 minutes ago, though.
Dude, talking about crazy, the number one tennis player in the world got ejected from the current like big huge tournament.
Oh, Stan Smith?
No, not Stan Smith. Novak Djokovic. He got frustrated and he hit a tennis ball what he thought against the backboard like pretty hard. He hit a line judge in the throat.
That'll do it.
And she had like passed out from getting hit in the throat by a tennis ball hit pretty hard, and he got like immediately they were just like, yeah, let's see like what the rules say. Like, and like the rules say we gotta throw him out.
You
like,
assault a judge? Is
yeah,
that all right?
Yeah, basically. So he got thrown out of the tournament. This will be the first time I think since like 2004 where none of the big four tennis players will be winning a Grand Slam at the U.S. Open or something crazy like that.
You're aware of things I'm not aware of. You know, that sounds like a big deal, but I don't know how big of a deal it is.
It's huge. Basically, like there's been like 4 tennis players on the men's side who've won basically everything, and like only a handful of tournaments slip through their fingers, and this is going to be one of them because one of them hit a judge in the throat, the other one's out on injury, and the third one is quarantining because
why not?
Yeah, because that seems like a good idea. Also, imagine like if you were like a sports boy and your whole life had been traveling to different countries, different cities, playing tennis, then moving back and then doing it again and again for like 10 or 12 years at this point. I'm sure like having like a couple months of free time sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
To just be at home, play tennis.
Unless you need money, you're kind of stopped from the... I know.
Oh, they don't.
Well, you would think, but like rappers, for example, have a similar kind of problem. They make a lot of their money on tour, and at the moment they can't. And a lot of them spend money like fucking idiots, so they don't have money. They need income to support all these cars that they own and all this shit, whatever. Pay their Rolls Royce insurance. It's like, well, I'll do an Instagram live concert. I don't know, you know, it's tricky.
That's something I never really thought about.
Yeah,
with musicians getting wrecked. Do you think if like this keeps up, we're gonna see like, like Kid Cudi or something be like, "Here's the Bentley that I drove the last 4 years. Does anyone want it?" And they sell it for like $1 million.
That is a thing. I mean, Kid Cudi I think is good on money and stuff because he doesn't really.
I know it's like a TV show you were saying and stuff too.
He's
right?
in movies. He's in TV shows. He's starting his own podcast. He's got a big backlog of like music, so he gets stream money, whatever, from Spotify. I don't know how much, but yeah, he's got money. But that is the thing. Rappers will sell their clothes and shit. I don't think it's because they need money all the time.
Not a necessity.
Yeah, I don't think it's because of necessity. Like for example, Pusha T, when he did a thing where it was like, buy Pusha T's closet, and it's like everything he had. It was, you know, it's all expensive designer shit, but it's used, so it's actually cheaper than it would be if you bought it new. A lot of it's old too, so you can't buy it anymore. But you have to be Pusha T's body size. He's like kind of short. You know what I mean? It's like he has a certain type of. You have to be like Pusha T.
Build.
Yeah. So it's like, wow, I want some used Dior jeans that used to be on Pusha T. Probably sweating these. But I don't really know who's buying that. People do, but I don't know who.
A lot of money.
Oh yeah, and that's for used jeans. New Dior jeans cost like $1,100, $1,200.
Jesus.
Yeah. I have Dior cologne. It's about 5% of that cost. It's still too much money.
I just buy Levi's and run them into the ground.
Yeah.
And every like 3 years or so, I need to buy new ones.
They're super inconsistent. You can buy the same size 5 times and they're all different.
Yeah, I kind of like that because occasionally, like what I like about that is I always find my favorite pair, right? Like you always have like the pair that you think is the best pair out of all of them.
Spent $430 on some jeans and I only like one pair.
Well, normally I'm like, I try them on. So normally like, okay, like these 5 like are good. And then one pair, I'm like, this pair. This is a good pair.
Yeah.
This is for like important shit.
Yeah. This is my business jeans.
Yeah. All right. You ready to start this thing?
No. One thing I also wanted to do. So we should probably start to do a roadmap. Like a year-long roadmap. What are we planning for? Because I realized recently that we're going to need iPhone and Android apps.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
And it'd be nice if we had some sort of a visual representation of generally what we're trying to do by when. big, broad stroke type stuff.
That'd be useful, yes.
Okay.
Should we do that?
I don't know. What I mean, I think apps are on the roadmap. I don't know about specific other things, but in my mind, an iOS app can be done by the end of next year. I'm giving myself a lot of room here, but
yeah,
it's a goal.
I think we've talked about this where it's like we have like I think like maybe like a 1 month, a 6 month, and a year kind of goals that we set for ourselves / each other.
Mm-hmm. That was like episode 4 though.
Yeah,
we've gone off the rails.
Yeah. We changed completely everything we were doing.
We change this whole thing every like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like we changed like the direction that Home Games was. We were supposed to take Home Games anyway, because I think like at episode 4 we're like, yeah, like this is pretty good. We could probably build like a tower defense game on it.
Yeah.
And then that disappeared completely.
Yeah, because it wasn't good enough to do anything.
Yeah.
Still not, but I mean, it's getting there. Did you see the new shit I did?
Yeah.
Dude. Fuck.
I like it.
I like you.
Thank you.
Yeah, but fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit was cool.
It is.
Sanofi was excited about it too.
It is. I'm excited for the bezel stuff to happen too.
Yeah.
Once that's like in Home Games proper.
Yeah. We'll talk about that another thing, but it was a bitch.
I'm sure.
Super bitch.
You probably like do some pretty serious mathematics.
I mean, pretty serious is anything beyond addition for me, so yeah. It was fucking intense, dude.
More serious than I++.
Yeah. It was I plus equals 2. Changed the whole game.
Oh my god. All right, you ready?
No. I also had one thing. I think I wanted to mention one thing. Nope.
No?
Got nothing.
All right.
Maybe how do you want to do the inflection change? Home Games podcast.
Oh, I'm working on it. Don't worry. I got this.
Okay.
I got this.
Are you introing the whole thing?
I'm going to do the intro, yeah.
Damn, you have a plan. All right.
I do.